In this video I'll be making a really quick and simple router sled for flattening slabs of wood. I'm ripping down a piece of 12mm plywood to 240mm in width at a table saw. This is going to be the base of the jig, and I sized it based on the width of the base plate of the router that I'm going to be using, which is about 180mm. I then added another 10mm just to give a bit more space, and then added enough space for the two rails that I'm going to be making, which are going to be about 24mm thick. So here I'm ripping 4 strips at 60mm, and I'm gluing these pieces together to give me 2 thick rails, and pinning them together with the brad nailer just helps me to continue working without waiting for the glue to dry. I cut both of the rails and the base to 1200mm at the miter saw. That should be plenty long enough for any flattening work that I'll ever do. And then I added more glue to the edge of the rails, and I can pin the base to them. These rails have two purposes. One, they're going to ensure that the jig doesn't sag across its span, and two, they're basically going to act as bumpers for the base of the router, and as you can see, it fits nicely. The router bit that I'm going to be using measures 50mm wide, and I want to cut a slot in the base a little wider than that, so I mark up a centre point across the width, measure in 100mm from the ends, and then used a 54mm hole saw bit to drill 2 holes, one at each end. Drilling from both sides gives a nice clean cut. Then I'm going to use the track saw to make 2 cuts to join these circles together. And that forms the slot that I need, and I can clean up the ends of those cuts with the jigsaw. I want the base to be nice and smooth, so I sanded by hand at 120 grit, and I sanded the rails and eased over the sharp corners with my random orbit sander just to get rid of any splintery bits. I'm going to use some of my own handmade oil wax finish on this jig. This is available to buy on my Etsy store, links down below in the description box, and it's going to create a nice smooth surface which will allow the router to glide across it easily. I just rubbed it on with a cotton cloth, and then buffed any excess away with another cotton cloth. I also applied it to the base of the router that I'm going to be using, and that worked well. I've got a bit of a problem. I was planning on using the router in this orientation on the jig rather than this orientation, because as you can see the dust port gets in the way of the fence. But when it is in this orientation, the handles of the router just clip the sides of the fence, so I'm going to need to remove some material, probably not much, probably 5 to 6mm, just to allow the handles to clear. I used the table saw to cut a rebate into the rails, and yes, the blade is going to cut through a few of the brad nails unfortunately, but this blade needs resharpening anyway. There are multiple possible solutions to this issue, so you don't need to make the same mistake as I did. You could cut the rails less wide than the 60mm that I chose so that they don't interfere with the handles, or you could cut a bevel onto them, or use a rebate bit in a router. It doesn't really matter, as long as the router can plunge fully without the handles hitting the rails, it's all good. You'll see here that I cut away more material than I needed to. I just wanted to make sure it was well clear of the handles really. That's it pretty much done, although later when I started using the jig I realised it would be a good idea to add a couple of blocks to act as stops on the bottom of the base at each end. I just glued and pinned them on, and this is just for safety really, to make sure that the sled won't slide off the rails that the sled is going to sit on top of. And for those rails you'll see that here I'm just using a couple of 3x2s clamped down to the flat surface of my workbench, one on each side. That's all I wanted to cover in this video, but if you want to find out more about how it performs, plus what router and router bit I'm going to be using, and what my first experience flattening a slab with a router was like, then check out my other video, linked down below in the description box. But like I said at the start, it's very basic and quick and easy to make, and yet I still managed to mess it up. I think it took under 2 hours in total. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel for more weekly woodworking videos if you'd like to help support the channel, plus get early access to my videos, exclusive content, free project plans and cut lists, and a name credit at the end of my videos. You can find links below to my YouTube channel membership and Patreon page. Thank you for watching.